Final race weekend for the FIA Formula 3 European Championship. The category a meeting place for former drivers of the championship. Adrian Sutil races in Formula 1 for Sauber here at Hockenheim, supporting rookie Jules Simkowiak, who he knows well, racing in the European Championship with Van Amersfoort Racing. It's Van Amersfoort, I'm sure, happy to have such a distinguished driver coach on hand.
It started 1 year ago, through a friend of mine who knows his dad, we got in touch, and he's a really good kid. So it's nice to work with him, and he has his targets in life. So he wants to be a professional race driver, and now we see how far we can go. Of course, it's a lot of work, but yeah, it's his first year in car racing, and normally when I started it was Formula BMW in between, or a Formula Ford, so he started straight into Formula 3, which is quite a big step, but he's getting more and more routine, and looking to next year, it will be his second season. Then of course it counts, and he really have to perform.
We just had mutual friends, and in some way we were interested in meeting him for sure, because I see my future in motorsport, and he's already in the highest level of motorsport. So we said maybe it's cool if we can find a link there, and we found a link, and in my opinion that's how it went. We became friends and trained together. He helps me like that. He can help me in a lot of things. He can look on the track and see how the car behaves and help me a bit on the data here and there. But in general, yeah, we train together, and he gives us insight on how I should approach and how I should think about stepping in the car and rituals, blah, blah, blah.
So for Sutil, is the Formula 3 European Championship the ideal challenge for a motivated young racing driver who wants to make his mark?
This is where you have to perform. This is where you have to win or be in the top 3, and then you can do the next step. So this was the same what I have done. So I had to win this championship, or at least be second or third, and then there was the next step. And I was second in the Euro Series, then I went to Japan, and for another year in F3, I won the championship and went to Formula 1. So this is the requirements are all here, what you need to be a professional.
Well, in his rookie season, Simkowiak's had a bit of a roller coaster ride, hoping for more in 2015. Ready for race 2 of the weekend, and there are ex-Grand Prix and current Grand Prix drivers everywhere you look. David Coulthard with Gerhard Berger on the grid. The Scot, of course, knows all about winning in Formula 3.
This championship, you know, the cars are quite sophisticated. They don't have a lot of horsepower, but the driver needs to know about momentum. He really has to be precise, not make too many mistakes. So when you have formula with more power, the driver can be a bit lazier. So I think it really teaches good discipline here.
Second race of the weekend, penultimate race of the season, 22 laps, around 100 kilometres of the sunny Hockenheim ring. Dutch rookie Jules Simkowiak starting 17th on the grid, but Carlin's Tom Blomqvist is on pole for the remaining 2 races of the season. And he'll be trying to outscore the man he's chasing for runner-up spot in the championship, Max Verstappen, who starts from 9th. Blomqvist leads away from teammate Antonio Giovinazzi. Both the yellow Gionga IAM cars with Carlin. Lucas Auer trying to get in between them into turn 1. The teammates first and second, as Auer gets stuck behind in 3rd place. Everybody safely through the first couple of corners, which is definitely not a given at Hockenheim, particularly with the youngsters. Lucas Auer in 2nd place. Tom Blomqvist with the lead, and he'll need to run away and avoid dramas if he can. And he'll rely on teammate Antonio Giovinazzi perhaps to attack Auer from behind, but he too gets attacked. There's a spin at the hairpin. Sean Gelael tagged Antonio Fuoco round. He rejoins at the back. And there is the evidence, I'm afraid. The 3rd Gionga IAM car spinning Fuoco in the middle of the pack. Blomqvist leads, Auer in second, Giovinazzi in third. Esteban Ocon and Jordan King battled wheel to wheel in race 1 for 6. Jordan King came out on top there, but comes out behind 4th place Ocon. Michele Beretta had problems in race 1. He's had contact from behind that knocked his wing off. Spike Goddard collects it rather worryingly. Well, with that debris on the track, the safety car is scrambled. And clear-up operations will commence. Nice collection of bits and pieces. On lap 11 now, Antonio Fuoco recovering from his earlier spin. Restarted 25th on lap 1, he's now up to 15th place. Blomqvist, Auer, Giovinazzi, still the same 1, 2, 3 until Auer gets it all wrong at a Spitzkehrer, and through goes Giovinazzi.
Start now, and then I got again stuck in the hairpin in 3rd gear, which cost me now a position. Before we just had luck that we had a big gap, me and Max. Now it cost me a position. We really have to find out what it is, because it's getting quite annoying.
With the flappy paddle gearboxes, that shouldn't happen. Problems further back, Jake Dennis and Fuoco. Fuoco having a late lunge at the Racing Steps Foundation driver, and the Brit comes off just as badly as the Italian. Battle for 13th is ended, they are both in the gravel. Red flag is out. They have run out of time. Fuoco explaining to Dennis how it wasn't his fault, and Dennis questioning his common sense, perhaps. Fuoco damaged his thumb in the incident. Blomqvist then declared the winner at the red flags from Giovinazzi and Auer.
I guess it looked pretty straightforward, but it wasn't that easy. The conditions today have been very difficult, I think, for everyone. It's making the car quite difficult to take to the limit. I mean, obviously we're quick still, so that proves how good a job Giovinazzi with Carlin have done and given me a great car. So I have to thank them first, really. But yeah, it was a good race, and I mean the safety car made things a little bit more difficult. Closed up the field a bit, and it meant Lucas could have attacked, but I did a good restart and just managed to eke out my gap to the end of the race.
And move into 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship, 2 points ahead of Max Verstappen as he does. Well, some autograph hunters here, all of them searching perhaps for the next big start. Oh, hang on, there are a few there as well. We'll catch up with Lewis Hamilton in a moment.